Full PC crash. Okay, Nvidia broadcast back up, so you guys should hear me again. Yeah, I got blue screened. My whole thing locked up. Hey YouTube, sorry about that, guys. It's gonna be a little sloppy now that we are back, but as long as it's working, at least we're able to. Basically, at least I'm able to say goodbye. Because I didn't want to just leave it as a crash. It sucks. We might be screwed out of those missions too, because now we're getting this. Oh, it's let me in. Okay, cool. I kept trying to get in, and it was like, lobby's full, lobby's full, lobby's full. Yeah, I haven't had a full PC, like, lockup crash yet. That was insane. I do think it's partially the PTU to blame, because everything froze completely. And then I tried to let it work itself out, and then I got the sad face blue screen restart. So, yay! But we're back. You know, we're gonna finish up with these missions and do a little wrap up. Let me make sure YouTube side's good. I'm probably not gonna bring back X just because I don't want to go through all that with this this ending here in a minute anyway. Because we're probably gonna be on for about another 20 minutes to half an hour at the most, if so. But YouTube looks fine. Okay, I'm close out of that. The YouTube chat should join in here shortly. SE did it to my computer, corrupted my WinSXS folder, and caused all kinds of hell. Oh no, that's not cool. Damn. Actually, let me bring up YouTube until the chat finally fixes itself, actually, because I don't want to ignore the YouTube folks that are chatting as well. Damn it, that is not what I wanted. Go away. There we go. Can I pop it out? I need to get the blue screen. I used to get the blue screen with memory errors. Oh, yeah. No fun. Can I pop it out from here? I can. Awesome. All right, so we'll pop out YouTube chat until it fixes itself and rejoins. There we go. Now, are we back in the same place? Yeah, we are. Cool. So we had crash or game server persistence, whatever. This is what we were looking at while we were going through this. The quartz and the aluminum. So Bay 3 and Bay 1 are going here. We should be right outside the elevator, which we are. Sweet. So all of this should be going. So we'll just go ahead and throw it. So glad the game remembered where I was. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. We're back. We had a crash. That was no good. Full PC crash. So we're just firing up to make sure we have a solid end to this. That is rolling away. That's not good. Let's put that back on. Cool. I can barely see what's outside this. We got that like fog effect going on inside of the cargo deck. Go. We'll just make sure we see it all once we're out there. Not too concerned with it looking pretty as I throw it on. Connected to YouTube chat. Okay, so I should start seeing the YouTube chat on Meld now, which is awesome. Saw it happen before today with some other SC streamer. Okay, cool. So I'm not alone. Yeah, it's pretty demanding. I eventually do, once I get some extra cash, man, I would rank up this PC a bit. I'm still running on the 5950X processor. I got a 3080 Ti doing some work, running 64 gigs of RAM. Again, my PC specs are all down in the description if you guys are curious. Back in 2021, man, this build was tanky. But I really wish I had the 9950X now. The reason I go for the 9950 over the 9800, if I was to change, is because of the editing and, you know, the software stuff. It's more than just gaming. It's video editing and processing and rendering. That's where the 16-core processor really stands out. And we should be good here. So hopefully when we come out here, it'll be green across the board for us. You have the 9950. Hey, what's up? Yeah, that's exactly my mindset for it. Oh, beautiful. Green across the board. I love it. I love it. Those missions look complete, and we can get on to Dudley Daughters for the final drop. I'm just glad we were able to pick up where we left off. That was going to be a real bummer. All this work, man. Would have sucked. We'd have missed out on 3 of the 4 missions. We'll see how far we ticked into the junior rep pool. Hopefully getting a little bit up to member. Is Redwind hauling worth it? I see the starting missions, but not try to start it yet. So let's just say, like, once you get up to like the whole C category of stuff, you can make a lot more bank in Pyro. I think about double. I recommend you guys go check out SC Haulers. I think that as far as hauling goes, he tends to do it mostly out of Pyro. He kind of calls me the Stanton guy, which is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, I mean, for pretty much forever, I've only done the hauling out of Stanton. I'm excited to finally be getting into Pyro and the Ling family stuff. I mean, long story short, yeah, I think it's worth it. I think it is. It is a hell of a grind to get through. It's really annoying the way the missions are laid out, but I do think at the end of the day, it is worth repping up. That's why I'm doing it here in the PTU and why I am going to grind it in live. Live, I'm already member at least, but I got some work to do. Could pop over to live, I guess, and see how the missions compare. Because I haven't really seen the Pyro side live missions. So pulling up to our final drop off. I have a raft only, no whole sea. I mean, the raft is a fantastic boat, man. It's a little bit harder in Pyro with the raft just because of fuel capacity. Get yourself a Hemera Quantum Drive, Class A Civilian Hemera Quantum Drive, H-E-M-E-R-A from Crew L1. Let me just put that in the chat for y'all. Crew L1's Platinum Bay. You will thank me. That is an incredibly efficient high-speed drive, low cooldown, super fast acceleration. It is better than the Huracan by a large degree. If you have an XL1, you're cooking. You're already at the best. But that Quantum Drive is my go-to workhorse for the raft size. Taurus raft, Asgard, Corsair. I got a Hemera in all of them. I love it. But you can do work with the raft. We have not touched Hull C or Caterpillar quantities of cargo today. And all of these missions pay out pretty decently. These are junior rank paying like 75k a piece on this side, 75 to 94k. And it only gets better from there. Don't worry, you'll get yourself to Hull C category soon. On my pleasure, guys. Yeah, the raft is fantastic. The Taurus does edge it out in Pyro just because of the fuel capacity. But it's a great ship. Yeah, yep. To actually level up Redwind, you're going to want to be in Pyro. It comes with its challenges, but you get through pretty quick. I mean, we started the day at about 200k, so we're making some money. You know, we're getting it going. You can also run the Interstellars until you get to Junior, because the Redwind company does do Interstellar missions as well, and those pay really well, but they're limited to Rookie right now. I really hope with 4.6 we finally see some increased rep missions with Ling family and Interstellar Redwind. But you can rank up Redwind at least without waiting by going to Pyro. And we've gotten a decent little chunk. Let's see, did it count the other two missions we have done already? Yeah, we only have one left, so. I mean, we've basically been doing the same 4 missions on the live stream. I've wasted some time. We've doubled back when we didn't really need to once, and we went to a station we didn't need to go to once, so not as efficient as I could have been. Pyro looks so dirty, I never go there. Yeah, it's run down. It's not for everybody. It's a little grungy. I wish that we had the Pyro solar flares, because that's supposed to be one of the hazards of Pyro. Is a very active red dwarf star that's just like throwing out radiation. I would love for that to come back, or to be in at all. I don't know if they ever had it. And actually, what's kind of cool, if you think about it, guys, because my dumbass forgot to go refuel, we've gone everywhere in Pyro that we've been on this stream without refueling. And we're pretty much taking our quantum drive down to, or our quantum fuel down to damn near empty at this point. We're going to be in the 270s or 260k fuel left out of 8.6 M. That's funny. Just close your eyes and pretend you see no dirt. Yeah. Prior to came my home, this update, Checkmate and Monox are both just wonderful to hang out around. Yeah. Bloom and Pyro 4 are freaking gorgeous as far as planets go. And there's lots to do, from combat to salvage to headhunter and CFP missions, hauling. There's a lot of stuff. Maybe we'll end today by doing like a Dead Saints mission. I've never messed with them before. Alright, so we're heading into Dudley. That's a trail. That is somebody actually flying, it looks like. Oh no, that's part of the station. I thought it was the trail of the engine. Let's see. Let's double check where we're at. So, yeah, I was going to run right in the station if I didn't change my vector. I think for this one, we're going to have to go inside, because this is one of the stations that unfortunately does not have an external cargo area. Megumi and Gaslight do, but not in-game. Patch City, Rat's Nest, Dudley. Most of those don't, which sucks. Alright, where is our hangar? There it is. Go ahead and boost forward. This is actually perfect because we got a refuel anyway. We'll get inside, kind of be undercover, which is nice. Enjoy the stream. Later, Captain Devic. Alright, Dead Treat, great having you here. We'll be back live again. Whoop, coupled. Yikes. We'll be back live again on Monday. Wednesday, Friday. Thank you so much for hanging out. That goes to everybody who was able to come in and hang it on the stream. That's awesome. Let's get around that. That was almost bad. These stations are a little beat up. Alright. Let's pull her down. I'm looking for proximity flashes to tell me how close I am to the front, because it can be quite misleading. There we go. Oh, there's the flashes. We're a little too close. Back up a little bit. There we go. There we go. That should be right on the money.
Landing.
Woo, we're almost too close still, but yeah, we're just behind. Not that we're dropping the ship here or anything. Let's go ahead and refuel. Yo, Sable. It's all good. There's always another stream. Yeah, we actually just recovered from a hell of a crash, unfortunately. Now we're going to finish dropping this off, and then we're going to check out a Dead Saints mission, because I want to see what it's like. It should take us actually into Stanton, I think. What's up, XL? Damn, 2 more hours in Klesher. Oh no, you're still in prison? Leaving that naughty, naughty life. What are you doing? I think this is the last bit of cargo we have. It's just what's right here. Which, we're going to hit the port side door. Which that's starboard. Here we go. Open that up. Throw this stuff out here. Go. I kind of wanted to do this in the live build just so that I would actually be getting rep that's going somewhere, but I also wanted to do a hauling stream to see just how it would be on the Caterpillar with the engineering and everything, and nothing held us up. No problems. She ran like a champ. The game itself had some issues that we dealt with, but that's about it. Green across the board. Let's go. You can always catch his only feed streams on Saturday nights. Get out of here. What's up, Whiskey Pete? Zakath, what's up? Go deep in prison, steal some ores off the NPCs. There you go. Learn the hard way to cancel 13 hours. Yep. You can, I think, knock them out, or I think there's several methods you can get the NPC stuff. I think if you're not careful, it can also add to your sentence, right? Alright, let's see. We finished all the things. Did it not count all 4? It's only counting like 3. That's weird. Let's see. Good chunk of Junior. Now, you can see how much of a grind it is, though. All that travel on 4 missions just to go this far. Just like Kovalex, you have the same rank structure all the way up to Master. Same with Ling Family, which I might in live. I'm not going to really do it right now in the PTU. I'm going to probably just do it in live. I am probably going to grind some of the Ling Family Interstellar stuff just to get it up to member, even though the member stuff isn't out or the junior stuff isn't out. Merc mission gone wrong when the friendly NPCs get in the way. Oh no. That sucks. What's up with the auto-loading timer when purchasing commodities? So, Lukey, that should just be the amount of time it takes to put the commodities in your ship. Because with trading and doing commodities runs, you can select your ship and actually have them auto-load your ship for you versus you moving the boxes. I think you just have to wait a little bit of time and then you're good to go. Okay, let's see. If we go into unverified... Oh, there we go. Interstellar Hauling Dead Saints. Trial Cargo Haul. From Ruin Station to Grimhex. Let's do it, guys. We're getting naughty in here. That's a lot of cargo. Holy shit. Alright, so Ruin Station to the Hex. This is the spicy part. Dead Saints. You're not a real hauler if you don't have all of the companies, right? This is another form of interstellar hauling too, which is cool. I didn't really pay attention to that before. So you have Ling Family, Redwind, and Dead Saints. Technically, you have Kovalex as well, because there is master rank interstellar hauling with Kovalex. It's worth dirt. They don't pay shit. It's like 100K, which is crazy. Kovalex is stingy on that interstellar stuff. How much is this one? Is that 127K that I saw? Yeah, 137. That's actually pretty impressive for a trial mission.
You're clear to leave.
I like the unverified also. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've never done it, so... I also like seeing like different resources that we're trading. That's one of the reasons I'm excited for Ling Family, because you have different stuff like audio, visual equipment, party favors. Just not your normal, okay, take this obscene amount of hydrogen or this obscene amount of processed food or waste. You know, we're getting some variety, which is pretty cool. Oh, too far forward. Interesting. Little bonk on the nose. Alright, and we are refueled, I believe. About to find out.
Thank you for visiting. Safe travels.
Yeah, we're definitely refueled. It'll reset once we hit go. Bam. Can you show unverified? I have not seen 4.5 if they added any. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Yo, Double Doc, what's up, dude? We are doing some unverified hauling missions. At the end of this, we're doing a Dead Saints mission. Dead Saints trial cargo haul for 137K. We're transporting some dirty goodies. So construction materials, potassium, carbon, that's pretty normal. But we also got Widow and Neon. Oh yeah. I think Neon is, I don't think it's regular like neon gas. Maybe it is. I think Neon is also a part of like the drug gang or drug, oh, this is Twitch? What? Are we working for Twitch now? Is Twitch paying us 137K for this? Can we make that real life money? Pretty please? I'll buy the baddest PC you can imagine. I'll go Starforge, baby. Oh, we're in the PTU. This is, we actually went from like 100K to 1.1 million in the PTU, so we're doing good. Oh, you're good, Nomad. No worries. It was just perfect timing. You said you like doing unverified as I was talking about it and getting into it, so this is great. But yeah, we're gonna get the Dead Saints rolling, see what this is like. We're just going all the way back to Ruin, and then we gotta take it to Grimhex. So this will probably be the final mission for the day. Yeah, so this will be what we wrap it up with. I gotta get the rest of that video edited and out to the YouTubes to keep the growth and keep the fun going. Had some fun doing some interstellar stuff with the whole C in the PTU this morning. Oh yeah, I know. I was just kind of, I was just having fun with the Starforge content, just or comment, you know, just building something crazy. But yeah, no, I've got like a list of what I want for the new one. I'm gonna go with like the 96 gig DDR5 on a 9950X with probably a 4090 or a 4080. Maybe the 5000 series cards if it makes sense, if the price isn't that much different, if it's worth grabbing. I've already got a kilowatt power supply, so I probably don't really have to go up there. At least not. Maybe I do. I don't know. Really want to just increase my processing power again, get back up to speed with a better graphics card. We're running the 3080. It's doing the job. It runs pretty well. We're definitely going to beef it up a bit. By the way, PTU, not PU. Redwind's available in 4.4. It is, but I wanted to see if we had the new mission rep. or the new missions with the Interstellar stuff, with the Link family and Redwind. Besides, I also want to grind up my rep in the PTU. That way I can actually test the higher level missions in future PTU patches, like when 4.6 or 4.7 drops. Because, contrary to what some people might think, your rep and everything, your money and all in the PTU is persistent to future PTU patches. It's kind of like having an alt account. So I want to continue to rank up in the PTU. That way I can test that stuff instead of having to grind back up or not be a high enough rank to do the proper testing for some new change that might affect the whole sea or whatever. I also just want to do these missions and fly these ships with the engineering build that's in this, so you can actually see that it's not so crazy or something to worry about, because we've done this whole session in this Caterpillar without having to do any repairs, anything. Good afternoon, Alex. Was a... Yeah, there you go, Passy. That sounds very close to what I'm thinking about. Except I would like to go to the 96 DDR5 for just even better editing, because, man, it'll drink up your RAM. It's crazy. Of course not. You didn't get into combat. Well, yeah, that's kind of the point, because there are people that think your ship's just going to break because you look at it. So it just kind of helps alleviate that. Well, time-based wear and tear was taken out quite a while ago because it's not quite behaving the right way that they want. So, yeah, I'm running DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, time-based wear and tear is gone, and I think they completely took out weapon wear and tear for now because it's not acting the way they want it to either. So, a lot of that just isn't in at the moment. Just component overall health. Unobtainium. That sounds like you got a pretty beefy setup, but yeah, honestly, just doubling that RAM will probably solve all your problems. I couldn't imagine you need much else. 32 gigs, I think, is good, but I know a lot of people have had a lot of success by going up to like 48 or 64. Or you wouldn't really go 48, would you? It'd be better just to go like keeping the uniformity and just go to 64 if you can. I'm running the G-Skill Ripjaw DDR4 4x16 cards, so I'm at 64. I hate Resolve. The API sucks. Really? I've been using DaVinci Resolve for years. I've gotten really used to it. I haven't had to even mess with the paid version. I've used the free version the entire time I've been a content creator. Alright, where? Oh, where? I think it is... Yep, dead ahead. Cargo elevators. Here we come. Getting a little stuttery again on the frames. Hopefully that cleans up a bit. Yeah, exactly. Higher RAM, low latency. I don't recommend breaking uniformity because it can stress the memory controller. There we go. Okay, that's what it is. I knew there was something about that. Reasons to keep uniformity in the size cards you're using. Why did I do that? I just put my landing gear down. I had like a weird muscle memory moment. That's funny. Oh, landing gear back up. We don't need that.
Landing
Okay.
gear up.
We should be coming down right next to another door. Yep, there it is. Frame rate stutter's kicking my ass though. Come on now. There we go. Man, it was really messing with my ability to fly properly. That should be better. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Pop here for a sec. Shields up. Let's go get our stuff. STAR-CYWL, yeah, it really is. The PTU's definitely got some optimization work to be done. Falling out of sync with server quite often. Right. What's up, Dracomundi? How you doing? My friends are trying to get me to more than 32 gigs of RAM right before the price increase with AM5. You can only use 2 sticks of RAM. Oh man, damn, that sucks. Yeah, I had 4 slots, so I wanted to fill those up. So these are larger boxes, which is cool. Yeah, I bet. Just trying to get out of work. Fully crew cat in the drop-off point. They have a turret, 2 guys unloading it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, the cat is a lot of fun with a couple of crewmates. Being able to have all the turrets manned, and one of my earlier videos is actually me, Talius, and Frisk doing that. Hang on, let me see. I'm gonna shameless plug you guys here because it might just be a fun video. It's one of the earlier videos, so it didn't really get much attention because it was just us kind of messing around with some bounties in the Caterpillar, but you guys might enjoy it. Grab it real quick. It goes back early. We also did, my buddy Kuza and I did a quantum drag race between our Caterpillar and our C2 with the Agni and the Erebus, which is what really showed us that it was just the way to do it. Yeah, this video only got 650 views, but this is from 8 months ago. That's probably why. But yeah, if you want to see us in the early OLISAR group days, I think before we even formed the org, this is us playing around in my Caterpillar fully crewed. It was a good time. Right. And we have everything we need. Awesome. So let's go ahead and get this loaded. Given the amount, we might be using 2 bays. Oh, did that not send to Twitch as well? That's weird. Maybe I can't put links in Twitch. See, when I was using Streamlabs, it would put a link to both. That's frustrating. Sorry about that. Maybe I can actually put it into the Twitch one separately. I'll go to Twitch. Go into the chat. Drop it here. Is this going to work? Did that go through? Yeah, there we go. I just had to do it manually. I had to leave my processing area, or my meld studio, whatever the hell it is. I don't know. All right, Carbon, come here. Oops. Ah, she can take it. It can be a little rough. It's fine. I might just throw the 2s in actually first, back by the wall. Do that, and then I should be able to. There we go. That's what I wanted. Construction materials. Yeah, Mel didn't send it to both. That was kind of weird. That might have been a user error. That might not be Mel's fault. That could have been my fault. Aha, there we go. There's a special kind of an oh shit feeling when you're doing this all exposed. And in Pyro. Probably smart to just be inside your hangar where you're nice and safe, but it is really nice to be able to utilize the external freight elevators and move a lot faster. Just gotta do everything at your own risk, right? Okay, let's grab that. Okay, wow, almost knocked myself out with a 16 SKU box. That wouldn't have felt good. Did that go all the way in? Yeah. Yeah, you're seeing the beauty of using a free-flowing scroll wheel with how fast these boxes are moving. It is truly a game changer, my friends, because I'm just kind of flicking it back and I don't have to touch it again. I actually stop my mouse wheel to kind of stop the box from flying at me. I've learned to sort of balance it that way, which is nice. Alright, let's rotate that. It can be a little touchy, but you kind of get used to it. The quirks. Fits right into just the experience of playing Star Citizen, really. I have knocked myself on my ass several times using it, though. Learning curve. Alright, come on. Gotta tilt up to get it over the hump there. Just to get it to register. Why are you being a pain in my ass? There we go. Wow, a 16 SCU box of Widow. That's crazy. I wonder how much this would... I mean, I know it's heavily nerfed if you're selling the contracted cargo on its own, but I feel like 16 SCU of Widow should be worth more than this mission's paying me for it. Right, guys? Am I crazy? Isn't that true? That's a 16 frickin' SKU of Widow. That should be a lot of money. Throw the construction materials back here. And then pick it up and move it behind. Mouse wheel skill issues. Nah, there you go. I have plenty of those, man. I will not even pretend like I'm always just being a boss on this. It'll bite me in the ass plenty of times. Whoops. Oh, come on. Oh, damn. It did the inside cat glitch thing, so I gotta get on either the door or into the cat to fix it. So let's do that real fast. In fact, let me hit this just to not have as many doors open. Security reasons, man. Well, alright, hang on. Let's bounce back, and then Spider-Man up and in. Now we can grab it and place it where we want. Nope, I want it sideways. There we go. Push it back. And on top. There we go. The rest of this should actually fit in here with no issue. Whoop! It'll buff out. Come on. Talk about skill issues. There we go. Put this on this side. It's so funny how it seemed to be like a lot more cargo, but then you start actually putting it in the ship and it's not bad at all. Yeah, this will all fit in here perfectly. My tractor beam broke. There it goes. It's like glitching out. Like you just see the battery. All right, 2 more. We'll just throw these down right about here. Go. Get closer, then rotate. There we go. Alright. Let's make our way to Grimhex. That's it. Mission control, what's going on? Started about a week ago. I've been enjoying doing cargo missions with my C1 Spirit. What'd you recommend for an upgrade? Oh, from the C1? Honestly, I'd recommend going and trying out the rentals. Get yourself a Raft from Vantage Rentals at Tisa Spaceport in Lorville, or maybe go to New Babbage and try out the Taurus. Just to get an idea of what it's like for a really good medium hauler. More biased towards pure cargo running. The Raft is just a clear winner. But the Taurus and the Asgard are fantastic daily driver, all-around damage. Same with the Corsair. Corsair's a little bit less of an intuitive cargo capacity. But lots of great options. Let's see, Stanton Gateway. It stuttered again. Jeez, alright. Pyro System, Stanton Gateway. That's what we want. Oof. Struggle, man. Struggle, struggle, struggle. There we go. Yeah, see, man, that is one that I keep forgetting about, is the Freelancer Max and the Starlancer category, the MISC ships. As much as I fly the whole sea, I often forget about those. People do tend to love them. What's up, Rero? Hey, hope you're having a good one. Yeah, Raft, though, is the first thing that comes to mind for sure. Its contractors, the price would be abysmal if they try to sell and split. Yeah. That's fair. 122K for 16 SU Widow before the 22% degrade price for contracted. Okay. So it would be worth it if it wasn't going to be heavily degraded by like, what, 50 to 75%? Or is it 22% for everywhere? Because I thought it depended on, I guess, where you took it. Starlancer Max is great for multi-point drop-off contracts. Nice. 25% for contracted. Okay, gotcha. Got a Connie Phoenix, huh? Yeah, I actually picked up another Connie Phoenix, or another Connie, because I had the Taurus forever. Because the Phoenix was the first Connie I ever personally purchased, just because it looked cool. Man, that was really early days, like end of 2019, early 2020. Flew the ship like one time, because there's just nothing to do with it. But it was cool. Hull A or Freelancer Max? What's the Freelancer's cargo cap? Because if you're going pure hauling, I bet the Hull A is probably the way to do it. Or the Drake Golem Ox. But the Hull A has got internal habitation. So a bed, place to put stuff, storage, you can, you know, eat and drink, all that. I should, did I buy a Star Lancer? You can buy those in-game now, right? I might make sure I get my hands on one in live so I can actually fly it and give my perspective on it. That's one of the few cargo ships that I haven't actually had any time with. It's supposed to be really good. Passenger transport with the Phoenix will be fun. Yeah, that was one of the things I really loved doing in Elite Dangerous was the passenger transport stuff. That's basically what I do in real life. Uber and Lyft, driving around, taking people from place to place. But like doing that in a space game would be even more fun. I wish there was kind of a in-game player-to-player just sort of Uber type thing where you just gave players a ride to places. That'd be cool because there's not a current NPC game loop with it. Man, I will probably try to get my hands on a Genesis Starliner so fast when that becomes a thing. Or use the Connie Phoenix for more luxury. It'd be cool if they ranked it that way. Like, you had to qualify to carry higher prestige customers with a more luxurious ship, but getting more into the Origin class or like the Phoenix class of the Connies. That'd be really cool. Used to be transport beacons. Yeah, that's right. There were transport beacons and rescue beacons. I think the beacons got largely broken though, right? Freelancer Max over a Hull A. I love both, but you can do so much in the Freelancer. Yeah, see, that's the big thing. If you're looking at a ship for more of a multi-role purpose or like a daily driver, do a lot of things, I think that you have to consider more options than just the hulling dedicated ships like a Raft or a Hull A or a Golem. That's where picking up something in that size category, yeah, probably the Freelancer. The Nomad is really great. A lot less cargo, you know, like 24, but really good firepower, very versatile. Then you got the Shiv class transport with your poop bucket. Yeah, exactly. Heck yeah, you won't regret getting the Starlancer Max. Handles great, easy storage access. Yeah, I need to make sure. I didn't see that. It's buyable in game, right? It's because I definitely got the money for it. Wait, I just saw. I'm not a fan of the Starlancer. The cargo hole is a pain. See, I've heard that a lot. Genesis originally wasn't intended to just be passenger transport. It was supposed to be modular and have a huge cargo capacity. Yeah, it's true. I think I heard you talking about that. That you can outfit it in different ways. The Shiv is a beast. I just like the Shiv. When that becomes something you can buy in game, I'm gonna pick one up. Haven't tried my Freelancer in any combat yet. Yeah, don't you have the Freelancer Max? There's the Freelancer Dur. What the hell's the other one? There's another one. Max is buyable in game. Sweet. I kind of like the idea of just owning all the cargo ships. I feel like I'd kind of be a little bit of a fail of a industry content creator if I don't have them all. Pain to load, unload. Use it for my mining operations. Can carry 16 mole bags. Nice. 9 million in game. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, I can pick that up. Freelancer Mist. Thank you, Sable. Yes. There's the Mist, the Dur, the Max. The Dur is the one that comes with the attritions, right? I think it's more of a missile boat, maybe? I'm not as versed in the Mist ships, aside from the hauling ships. Yeah, the TAC's got the med bed and everything, too. That is a hell of a multi-purpose ship. Dur's the Explorer. Dur's the useless one. Oh, no. Yeah, I look forward to there being more of an exploration and science game loop, because being able to utilize like the Carracks and the Durs, the Connie Aquila. if I'm correct, is the Expedition class Connie. I would love that sort of gameplay. Expedition, exploration, science, you know, data, cataloging things. That would definitely satisfy the nerd inside in a large way. And eventually having the Endeavor. I know I talked about that with Devil Dog. I know he's got that covered. Might just have to hang out on yours. That'd be a good time. At least when there's, you know, a reason to use those ships. I do like that about the ship design team, though. I like that they've got enough of a head on their shoulders that they don't want to bring out ships that don't even have their game loops yet, or focus on the ones that you can't even really practically use. So, and then seeing certain ships released like the Clipper makes me think, okay, I bet crafting's close then. At least like the first iteration of it. Kind of gives you an idea of what might be around the corner. And who knows? This year was the focus of playability and stability as they brought out monthly patches, so maybe depending on the overall data and feedback from this year, maybe they'll kind of change how they go into 2026. Maybe they'll be a little bit more ballsy or break more things. Who knows? I guess we'll see what happens. Alright, let's go ahead and crack down our speed a bit here, because we're still going way too fast. There we go. We hit the barrier there, so we should get pulled in any second. Make more with my C2 than the whole C right. Really? I can't touch the amount of money I can make in my whole C with any other ship by a long shot. And yep, I'm on VKBs. I've got the NXT Evo. And the NXT Evo Omni. The Omni's my left throttle stick. Then I got the Evo, or the standard NXT, the straight up one, sorry, as my pitch roll yaw control stick. Love these things. Ugh. Used to like mining, but it just has so many steps now. The salvage and haul. Yeah, I like the depth that mining's gotten to with like refinery orders and everything. I look forward to more game loops getting the kind of detail that mining has. Granted, you know, like, it might not be for everybody. I get that. Some people like a more simple game loop. That's kind of the battle with Star Citizen. You know, that it's like balancing tediousness that's enjoyable. You know, it's that balance between realism and fun that they're constantly going back and forth with, while hoping that the game just functions properly. Which the 4.5 PTU is starting to feel pretty good. This is about how it felt when they went live with 4.4. Because I thought that was way too early, honestly. I really hope we get like another week. Another week of good, solid optimization and balance passes before they go live with this, honestly. I think that'll be awesome. Alright, Grim Hex, here we come. We are definitely going inside. I don't actually know if Grim Hex has external freight elevators. Maybe we should take a peek. I've never been there to see. I don't find myself going to Grim Hex very often. Science. Have you ever done a full cat drug haul? No. I think you should do that for a video. That'd be interesting. Are you talking about like commodity style or mission style? Because, man, that I probably got the money for it, though. I mean, honestly, I could. Because right now, we're just running the Dead Saints intro mission with Widow, Neon, Carbon, Construction Materials, Potassium. It's kind of cool, though, you know, running the risque side of hauling. Sound off in the comments, guys. How many of you enjoy the dirty side more than, like, the legit side? What's your favorite style of hauling? Are you a commodities trader? Are you a Kovalex main, a Redwind main, a Dead Saints main, if these are even things? As far as I know, commodity trading is basically the same as it's been in any other patch. It's not my forte, I'll be honest with you. I've done it with the whole C, and I am not a fan, honestly. It's just not my thing. The correct answer is yes. I like that. That's probably what I would say too. Yeah, all the hauling companies. Ling family, Redwind, Kovalex, Dead Saints, Opportunists, whatever pays the most. There you go. Hell yeah. Legit style hero, yep. I will say, I mean, obviously, I've been a Kovalex main. This is the first time I've ever touched Dead Saints. I'm only member rank with Redwind in live, and I'm junior rank with Ling Family because they just came out. I'm gonna do a little bit of everything, but mostly commodities. Okay. Contracts suck though. I can stack more contracts with C2. Now if you just want to use it for auto load unload, cool. Well, yeah, see, on the C2 I can make maybe $500,000 an hour, maybe a little bit more. And the whole C I can make $2 million an hour. So if you're going for pure hauling volume and money, the C2 is not going to touch the whole C. Not if you know what you're doing in the whole C. Now, if you're battling with the whole C and it's never working for you, that's a different conversation. I get it, yeah. But if you're a whole C main that's been through the battle and you know how to make her work right, nothing comes close as far as just pure earnings potential. Even whole C commodities trading can't touch Kovalex. If anybody believes differently, I challenge you to time it. How long it takes you to actually, like how much you actually make per hour. And then I would love to try to replicate that to see if you're being honest. Okay, here we go. We're going to brave the OM nodes. They're dangerous, man. You see. Yeah, if you just enjoy it, though, that's a different conversation. I find the need to go into admin to set up the work order before you load both times to be annoying, honestly. If I could set up the logistics from my Mobiglass, I wouldn't mind. But, man, the need to park by a pad, go inside, go to admin, that is a level of TDM that for me personally is just boring and not worth the time. 1 to 1.5 an hour. That's pretty good. Just commodity trading? That's not bad. I can take 10 contracts on the C2 in an hour load and unload. But yeah, how much money are you making with those 10 contracts? And what rank? Because are you talking like member, junior? You're not doing 10 experienced. Give me some more details, Nomad. I'm curious. Yeah, Draco, that's where my mindset is. Plus the risk of however much you're putting into it. And it might change in the future. The economics of it could change. Or they should add it to the freight elevator for logistics. Actually, yeah, there you go. There's an idea. I like that. Allow us to organize or function with the commodity side of things from the freight elevators. That would be sick. Ironclad might change things. I do agree with that. Since SE started doing events, I don't have much time to haul, but when I do, it's whole C and I managed to make 12 million just an hour or so at a time. 12 million? Holy shit. Did you mean like 1.2? Because 12, that's a bit high for an hour. Maybe the contracts app to get starter jobs and new apps for each profession. Yeah, that'd be cool. I feel like there's a lot they could do with the Mobiglass to make a lot of things a lot more user-friendly. Yeah, I know, that's what I was going to say. It might have meant 1.2 mil. That would be kind of like right on par with probably a good medium to low average in the whole C. Because I can do about 2 to 2.2 right now. 2.2 is kind of in the upper end with everything kind of working properly. But yeah, I've said it a few times on this stream. I am super excited for the Ironclad. I cannot wait for that. All right, so should we look and see if we can actually see like external freight elevators at Grimhex? I've never. I'm definitely going shields up real quick. Hang on. Why don't I have my... I lost my ship icon in the upper left corner. Shields are online though. We're powered.
Weapons offline.
We're afraid the Ironclad's gonna end up a heavy crew required ship. It may. She's a big girl. You can bet that I will be doing tons of videos on the Ironclad when she comes out. Both solo and with the OLISAR group as crew. We got a few people in the group that have Ironclads too. So I might be in mine, I might be an engineer on one of theirs, or just a deckhand. Trying to fly around and not bump into anything while we sort of search for freight elevators on Grim. We might just need to go inside. If you're loading ironclad yourself, you're going to need help or snacks. Yeah. Well, it kind of depends too. You know what? I need to do that video. That's a video I've been wanting to do. I'm going to do a full solo manual load of the whole sea and see how long it actually takes. Because for a lot of the missions I used to do, you know, the load and unload phase, or the main blah 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 words, the load phase, I've had up to like maybe 30 minutes in my Caterpillar for like stacking like 7 or 8 missions, but then the drop offs are super fast. So I kind of want to do a video where I'm trying out just load and unload of the whole sea. So that's a massive elevator. I don't think Grimhex has external elevators. I don't think they did that. But yeah, I do want to do a video dedicated towards like a timed full load of a whole sea and see how long it actually takes to move 144 SU boxes. I don't think it's going to take quite as long as some people might think. Or maybe it'll take a lot longer. I mean, who knows? What do we got? These are just windows. And busted pad area. Yeah, we might just have to go inside. We'll do that. I'm kind of at my limit of time anyway here. Over. It's going to be 1600 soon. Alright, we got our hangar request. We should be on the back side away from Yella, so we should be close to it. Where is Yella? Yella's there, so yeah, it should be just above us. This way. Hang on. Let's go here. Keep that velocity indicator away from the other rocks. And we should see... Yep, there they are. Oh, come on back down. Perfect. Gotta love me some decoupled flight.
Landing gear down.
Right. Let's drop this off and see what happens. Nobody's following us in. Okay. Crank her back.
Landing complete.
Perfect. All right, let's go ahead and top off. But is there only one tractor station on the whole sea? Yeah, that's... I'm not a fan of that part. Yes, there's one seat where you control all of the tractor beams. And it is slow. Like, I am going to be doing the manual loading and unloading of the whole sea video with my rifle. And then I guess maybe if people want to see how much longer it takes with the ship's tractor beam, I can do that. But I feel like the tractor rifle is going to be so much faster. So much faster. Alright, let's pop down port side doors. It should just be these two bays. I don't think we went into bay 3. Yeah, so just these two. Alright, we're going to see if we can actually do this the way I want to here. I've never really done it this way. With it kind of blocked like that. Okay. Kind of have to like slide that out. Ah, it worked. Whoa, look out. All right, we'll do this. I've always really loaded out of port side or starboard side. I've never really unloaded out of port, so this is kind of cool. Just drag it from the back. Oh wait, hang on. Gotta get the 2s first. A flick of the finger goes all the way, almost. Probably need to put these a little bit further back just to make room for bigger stuff coming. Depth perception is hell. I don't really care about it being like super pretty or anything. I just want to, you know, make some sensible room for other stuff coming in. Whole sea loading size 1 boxes. No. Oh my gosh. You just no. That sounds friggin' awful, dude. No. Damn it. See, that's the downside of trying to offload from this point. Definitely gonna be doing 32s because I don't want to lose all of my hair just going insane. There we go. God, I would be here until 1.0 releases with single boxes. Should make a walkthrough. What you got in mind, walkthrough-wise? I've done several guide videos and such, but I'd like to hear what you mean. Asterisk Gaming was your mouse wheel finger is stronger than mine. I can't do cargo with the handheld tractor. Oh, I've brought it up a few times in this live stream, but I've got a mouse that allows me to... Wait a minute, is this... Okay, cool. My streaming software was just like frozen. But my mouse allows me to pull this and just kind of... It'll just keep going with a single flick. So I've got a free-flowing mouse wheel, which is super useful for this sort of thing. Or like with my Razer Basilisk, it will... I have it to where it will auto-detect when it needs to cut loose by how much pressure I put into the flick. Or I can just click the little button below it to set it to floating mode or click mode, if those are the proper terms. Big change when it comes to how it feels. Well, let's go. Hop over here. Freewheel is the way if you're doing a lot of cargo stuff, because, man, my index finger would be sore with as much as I was flicking that. But usually I'll do like one flick and then a big flick, and it will just throw this stuff. Let's see, one flick. Ugh. There it goes. That's one flick of the mouse wheel. One flick. It's kind of stuck though. That's still one flick. I haven't flicked again. I have not done it again. All the way in with just one flick. An episode of you starting from 0. So I kind of sort of did that. Man, if I can get that to correct itself. This is sort of glitched. Come on down, buddy. There we go. I do have a couple of so in the description of this live stream, or maybe at least in the description of some of my YouTube videos, you'll see my hauling playlist, my hauling guides, and I did do sort of a not zero to hero exactly, but I did do like a starting from scratch hauling using the Nomad, and then a part 2 using the Raft. So I do have some content like that. Same with bounty hunting. I have like starting from scratch and working your way up, so check out my playlists on my YouTube channel for the guides. And I'm always looking for ideas or maybe like something else people would like to see, or like maybe a different way, or, you know, whatever feedback. I value it greatly because it's you guys that give me the suggestions for the content that you want to see or that new players might want to see. And that is very, very valuable. Any good content creator is going to be in it for their audience, not just themselves. So your feedback is gold. All right, there we go. That should be everything for this. So much flicking, exactly. Usually stuff is 16 under the catwalk, the rest of the bay snapped in the same orientation. Makes for rip and release to the pilot side of the ship from the catwalk easy as pie. Yeah, that's solid. All right, let's see. Do we got it all? Yeah, we do. Green across the board. That's what we like to see. It has been a badass day of cat hauling, man. This has been a fun time. No, it's been a little while since I did those, actually, yeah. So I haven't done it with the latest stuff with like 4.5 and all. Always down to revisit those things, especially when considering, you know, new components and engineering. So like, these are good ideas. I would like to do that again. Plus, I don't mind making similar videos if they continue to add value to people watching too. Especially because some of the older stuff, well, some of them's got some pretty good views. I was kind of surprised how many views some of the older videos got, but more people coming to the channel, you know, and folks that haven't seen my stuff, and sometimes it's easier to stay caught up with what's coming versus, you know, deep diving back into the ancient past of my YouTube. So I am down for all of it. Let's see, let's take a little peek before we hop out of here what we're looking at. So on the verify, or the legit side, the legal side, we're still showing all the rookie stuff because these haven't updated. Really looking forward to that. Again, I really hope 4.6 gives us something there. But outside of that, I haven't done Kovalex in the PTU yet, so that's why you're not seeing all the Kovalex stuff. I need to. I think this is the Kovalex starter mission. I haven't done it in this patch, or since I copied my account and started over. So I am really lagging on the Kova side. But we've got our Interstellars there, and then of course Dead Saints, and that opened up. Oh, wait a minute, we got more here too. Oh, Headhunters. Wow, that's some money for Headhunters rep, I guess. Oh, the OLPs. Those are dangerous. Yikes. PAF destination address. Oh, that's interesting. That sounds like a glitched destination. On the Interstellar side, oh ho ho. Oh, look at this. Grim Hex to Pyro. These are some fat payouts. Tree Pollen. Neon, Slam. 4 SU of Slam. E-Temp, jeez. This is the smuggling ops right here. Okay, we're gonna have to like Dead Wake After Dark or something do all these Dead Saints missions. Holy shit. Slam, E-Time, Neon. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Cryopods. Wow, there's a lot of shit going on here. I gotta mess with Dead Saints more. That looks like a really fun way to mix it up. Really small amounts too. 4 cryopods for 150k. 8 SCU of drugs for 230k at the rookie level. Okay, I've been sleeping on Dead Saints. Holy cow. Yeah, I don't have like any like pirate gear. I'm gonna have to like get myself some like stupid ass space pirate get up. Maybe I'll find something cool from like Rurouni Kenshin days or Cowboy Bebop. That'd be freaking cool. We'll mess around with some of this unverified stuff. That's exciting. Actually, that's really cool to have a whole nother rep source. I'll have to make sure I get that in on live as well. So we've already busted through trainee and partially into rookie there with just that one mission. Ling family, we're sitting junior. Redwind, we're climbing up a little bit. We don't have Kovalex yet on the PTU side, which that's fine. But that's really cool. I think I'm actually going to hop out and store the cat here because we're probably going to get a PTU update either in a little bit here or by the time I'm on here again, which is totally cool. Probably get one more update before the weekend, I would imagine, because I remember it's Friday. And all day, we've managed to keep all of the Caterpillar's doors working properly, which is awesome. Doesn't this make you hostile with citizens? So if you do the Headhunter stuff, yes. The Headhunter stuff will definitely make you hostile with the Citizens for Prosperity. If you just mean citizens in general, though, like doing Dead Saints contracts, like will it make you a criminal? I don't know. I'll be kind of curious to check that out. Oh, actually, that's a good question. Does anybody in the chat know how much SCU space a cryopod is? I think it's like a 4. I think it's like a quad 4. I'm holding up a 5. Stupid. Because I've seen the cryopods in the Van Duel mission that we were doing. It's either a 2 or a 4. It might be a 2. It might be like roughly a 2 SU equivalent.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
So I don't even think you necessarily have to do both, like keep it even with CFP. I think you just have to basically do like, so as an example, if you build a lot of rep with the Headhunters, you'll always have like a mission with CFP that's like, hey, it's not too late, we can be friends. And then you do that mission with them. I don't think it really brings you down with Headhunters much at all, but it makes you neutral again with the CFP. So there's like ways to mitigate the anger or like the hostile hate from one another. You just have to kind of experiment with it. And Fjern, you could be right. I don't know. I have not gotten a whole lot of experience with Dead Saints, so we'll find out. We'll mess around with it, and it's a 2x1. Okay, yeah, so it is like a 2 SKU box. Okay, that makes sense. That's still pretty small. And actually, I don't think being scanned is a thing. I don't know if maybe you become a player bounty that somebody can try to target. Like, I think you can with Vaughn missions and such. Because there is the PvP side of things. So I don't know. I just got interdicted for the first time since playing in 2022. Be careful if anyone is in Nyx. Yeah, there have been some pirates and some like gate blockade stuff going on. But yeah, like right here, these protems, I don't know if doing, like if it's just when you get crime stats for like killing other players, or if you can get it for Vaughn missions, or maybe doing Dead Saint stuff. So I got a little learning to do, because I haven't really messed with it enough to give you a straight answer yet. I remember back in the day, NPCs would stop you. Yeah, me too. Especially around Crusader, you'd have like the security guys be like, "Hold on, we got to scan your ship," and that would kind of like a little bit of a nail biter. But yeah, I don't think so. I don't think that's been in game for quite a while. I hope it comes back as a part of the gameplay, because it was cool when that would happen. Earn my sub. Oh, awesome, Cheetahs. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I hope to provide valuable content to anybody who does decide to follow and sub and hang out. Awesome. All right, let me do a last little bit here. I haven't been police scanned since coming back this summer. Yeah, I don't think scanning's been in for a while from like an NPC police side. I've heard there are often camps at the Stanton Gateway in Nyx these days. That's one of the reasons I bought my Hammerhead, because I would love to crew up with my guys over in the OLISAR group and do some what's it, like escort type things for other players, like to be the friendly hammerhead that helps you get through gateways when you have some pirates. Because it'd be funny as hell. You got like this little pirate crew sitting there with like a mantis and like, I don't know, a little fighter ship thinking they're tough. And then you got a crude hammerhead or Perseus roll in, or maybe both, and be like, surprise, motherfucker, what's up? And just, I just wish there was a way, because I bet, I mean, let me know what you guys think real quick. If you saw a hammerhead signature, but it's not red, but you just like, you saw a hammerhead near where you're going to like a station or to a jump, would your first thought be like, oh, fuck? Because that's kind of what I would imagine. I would want a way to be able to communicate without maybe giving away the farm to pirates that might plan to jump you as well. I don't know. I feel like there's a delicate balance there. But like, I don't know. If I was rolling up in my whole sea and I saw a hammerhead, I would probably be just like cautious. Be like, well, they're not red. They're not doing anything to me. I guess we'll see where this goes. Because I would love to like fly up kind of next to another ship that's coming in and just be with them as they're going towards the gate. Just to symbolize, you're like, yeah, no, this whole sea passing through this gateway, I got their back. You know what I mean? I keep a safe distance, but if not red yet, then I'd be more at ease. Yeah, okay. I'd run one of the major hauling corps in EVE Online. Can't wait for the day it's a thing in SC. That would be sick, Astros. I would love that. Got busted a few times by them hauling Widow. Yeah, I got caught back in the day hauling Slam. Because back on the salvage missions, like the 50k ones that you would pick up, there would always be like a load of Slam or ETAM or Widow or something in like the Hammerheads, the Starfarers, the Cats. So yeah, I got busted once or twice. Quick flash of the lights or a friendly wiggle would be a good idea. Yeah, I know. We got to like figure out like a way to like jiggle the turrets or something, or do something to like signify like, hey, we're friendly. Well, if any of you guys happen to see a polar white painted hammerhead, that is Anchor. That is my hammerhead. And it'll probably be the OLISAR group that is running support for people trying to go through gateways or whatever. We haven't done that yet. I just got it, but that's kind of a fun thing that I want to get into, like a industrial security force as part of our org. That'd be fun. If it's not red, it's good. I'm not sticking around to see if it turns red. Exactly. That's kind of where my mindset would be. Keep the guns in until you're going to fight might help. Yeah, so in Sea of Thieves, what we used to do, if we were friendly, we'd have all of our cannons pointing up as like a sign of like, hey, we're not trying to get into a fight. But there's not really a way to do that, because like if all of our guys are in the turrets, then they're going to be extended and moving around. So I don't know, maybe we can brainstorm a way to like a little friendly, like, don't worry, we got your back. But I guess, yeah, if you guys see a polar white hammerhead chilling out at a gateway or something, there'll probably be chatter in global about it too, if it's like us responding to a pirate threat or a blockade. But yeah, that's a conversation for another day. I am going to go ahead and get out of here. It is 1600. I am a little bit over my time. As my wife says, I've got bad time management. But we also had a full crash of desktop, so, you know, there's excuses. But I'll be back live again Monday. My schedule is on Twitch. It should be. I'll double check. On Twitch and YouTube. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. From noon to about 1600 Eastern US. So thank you guys so much for hanging out, for chatting. Me reskins my hammy to full chat. Yeah, there's always going to be somebody in the chat that's going to be like, all right, I can blend in. I'm friendly, guys. No, but that was fun. I hope you all enjoyed that. Do a lot more testing. I hope you guys enjoy 4.5 and 4.4. If you got questions, leave them down in the comments below. Video ideas, all of that. I really appreciate it, my friends. And until then, I guess I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care. If I can figure out how to close.